apparently we can't say gay here, you know? It's like, I want to see the gayest I've ever seen. Gay, 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 gay,
At their recent performance in the state of Florida, Paramore's Hayley Williams took a shot at Trumpian governor of the state, Ron DeSantis. In one word, awesome. Another stupendous. And without question, it irks this man's hateful, fear-driven, for political clout and profit agenda.
I mean, look, the only reason that I'm not moving to Florida is because apparently we can't say gay here, you know? It's like, but tonight we're going to break a record. We're going to say gay more times than we've ever said in our collective lives, okay?
If memory fails, what was the Don't Say Gay bill?
The legislation, dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill by critics, bans lessons in sexual orientation or gender identity in kindergarten through the 3rd grade and any instruction that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. The bill, which does not define what is age appropriate, would allow parents to sue school districts or teachers if they believe the policy is being violated.
It was a big piece of legislation from the DeSantis administration to chastise and oppress and seclude a community that flat out already is in our society. Studies have shown that LGBTQ youth already face higher health and unaliving risks than their cis or straight peers. When those kids are given access to spaces that affirm their gender identity, they report lower rates of unaliving attempts, according to the Trevor Project, which condemned the signing of the bill, saying it erases LGBTQ identity, history, and culture, as well as LGBTQ students themselves. On top of this, DeSantis kept going with the fear-mongering, angling himself predominantly, if we're being super freaking honest about this, to older white folks who felt uncomfortable watching the George Floyd protests of 2020, and he did this to gain their trust with despicable bills. Another that passed would prohibit instruction that says certain races or sexes are privileged or oppressed. While the legislation doesn't specifically mention critical race theory, an academic theory already banned in Florida that is mostly taught in colleges and grad programs, and that acknowledges that racism is systemic and institutional in American society. Oh my, what a thought. A bill analysis by state Senate staff highlights the teaching of critical race theory as something that would be prohibited. This new bill, however, is supposed to protect individual freedom. It would prohibit Florida's public schools and private businesses from making people feel guilt, anguish, or other forms of psychological distress based on their races, sexes, or national origins. Georgetown Law's Meredith Johnson would write the following: "The Don't Say Gay bill has dangerous and real consequences for LGBTQ plus youth in Florida. The people of Florida have the right to be concerned that a bill centered on the rights of parents actually infringes on the rights of children, namely their right to feel safe at school and speak openly to their teachers and classmates. Children also deserve to learn about important historical events, especially history that is representative and reflective of their lives. And the Don't Say Gay bill would limit those opportunities to learn and erase the lives of so many important people who have come before them." She would also add, and I quote, "Critics were particularly disturbed by a proposed amendment to the bill which would require Florida school principals to out students to their parents within 6 weeks of their revealing their gender identity or sexual orientation at school." Yeah, let's not go and try to eradicate guns or try to preserve kids from not dying. What we need to do is this. Priorities.